All right, today's video is going to be about a hardware wallet that I've been using for over 6 months now, I believe, and hopefully this is something that piques your guys' interest if you are new to crypto or been in it for a while and wondering, what should you use to store your own crypto safely long term. You might like this one. So it's called Tangem. It's a multi-currency wallet. There you go. Okay. And you can buy a set of 2 or a set of 3. Now, I would compare this to other cold wallets like the Ledger. Trezor is another one. And there are a plethora of more offline or cold wallets. Okay, cold device type storage wallets that you can use. I like this one though, and we'll go over it all on their website because it's a little bit different because this is my private key and I can tie my set of 3 or a set of 2 to this. Okay, so instead of having a seed phrase, which you can generate if you want, but this is going to generate a random and then store it for you. So any kind of transaction, I need to have my card on me, which I personally like. Other people like having an actual device like a ledger going through and approving it that way. But Tangem is open source, and I haven't had any issues thus far. They've got a lot of stuff in place. It's open source, and they recently introduced a swap feature, which is awesome. So I can go in, I could buy crypto, I could swap it around all from their app, which is open source. So if anything were to happen to that app, it's on GitHub, which is it's an open source platform where you can go grab the code and then continue to navigate within it. So I really, really like this. If you guys are interested, there will be a 10% off referral link of mine in the description of this video. Okay, so if you want to get started, you want 10% off, then go to the description of this video and check this out. And of course, this is all my personal opinion, right? You guys can look at this for yourself, figure out what's best for you. But I personally, and I have other cold storage wallets, I just like this one. And we'll go over the details there. So let me go ahead and let's see, share my screen. Here we go. Oh, not that one. Okay, here we go. All right, Tangem. Let's go through. I'm just honestly gonna read a little bit. When you go to their site, you're gonna see all of this as well, but just to cover a little bit of this, when you get a set of 2 or a set of 3, which took about a month once I put this through activation, it was really, really quick. You set up your one card, that one card generates that private key and stores it on the card. Tangem does not have access to it. It doesn't come pre-seeded, pre-keyed or anything. It generates it when you activate it, and then you can tie all of the 2 or 3 cards together. So if you were to lose one of these cards, you still have 2 other room keys to get into your house, okay, so to speak. So that's I got 3 because, hey, I'm gonna store 2 away, keep 1 out, and if I somehow lose 1, well, I've got 2 more. If I lose 2 and I only have 1 left, then I'm probably gonna order another set of 3, create a new phrase, move funds over, and then use that new set, those new keys. So that's kind of how it works, but again, very, very simple. So like I was saying, the chip in the card generates random private key. It doesn't get exposed, maybe like MetaMask or these other, I say MetaMask because that's the one I mainly use, but MetaMask, for example, it's fully online, everything like that. Even if I store that seed phrase somewhere super safe on my computer, that can still be a possible hack if my computer got hacked or as I was working on the internet. But the cool thing about this card, right, is this is the key, okay? And they have, you can see down here, 0 out of 1 million cards hacked since 2018. They have this thing beefed up and secure. So you can make that connection with 2 or 3 sets of cards, and then that is what keeps, that is your key. So as long as you don't lose the actual cards, then you're good. So there's no other copies. Like I was saying, when you get the cards, that's when you activate it. That's when those keys are generated and then kept on the card. Nobody else has access to it. Another thing that you can set up is biometric security or an access code. So even if somebody were to get my card, they would need to either have a biometric pathway to get in to my account or my access code. So that's another layer on top of it, which is what more can you ask for? They've got tons of different features here, like I was saying, or maybe I didn't say earlier. So you can swap. They now have a swap feature, which I believe they're using Changely, and this is a little bit new. So you can buy, sell, send, receive. It's a decentralized wallet. Okay, so there's no one central entity controlling everything. So if you're familiar with decentralized wallets, then great. This I'm speaking to I'm preaching to the choir here. But the swap feature uses, I think they're partnered with Changely. Now, here's the cool thing I want to make note of. The swap feature, if any of you have used swap exchanges where it's more solely tailored to making swaps, sometimes for me, for example, I'm in the US, and I've had friends experience issues. I'm in the US and I try to swap 10,000 USD worth. And because of that, something flags. They want more identification. Where are these funds coming from? I might not even get my funds back. But the cool thing about Tangem is because we're going through Tangem, it kind of bypasses more of the individual and more of, okay, it's all coming through Tangem. So that might help bypass and kind of disperse a bit of the hurdles that may come from me trying to individually swap. Hopefully that makes sense. But so far the swap's been great. I've tested it out a handful of times when I needed to. Thousands of digital assets. I don't know what you guys use, but you can go in here and see before you purchase what coins they offer. And before I forget, does this cover the cost? Let's just talk about the cost really quick. Okay, let me just go, and then we'll come back here to the main page so you can get, let me move myself to the bottom left. Okay, so you can get a 3-card set for 70, 2-card set for 55. Now remember, if you use my code in the description of this video or my referral link, then you'll get 10% off. If you want to get a little bit of a discount, then that will be there for you guys. But that's the cost of it, okay? They might be shipping out quicker or maybe even longer from the time that I got mine, which I believe it was around a month. So I think it just depends on how backed up they are. But as you guys go through that, I think it'll show you the current ETA on shipping times. So that's the cost of it. Let me go back to the homepage. Okay, so let's go over a little bit of the security. And honestly, guys, I am not familiar with this stuff, but we'll read through it together. This is EAL6 plus protected. So highest chip security standard. So protection from any invasive and non-invasive attacks. That's why they claim 0 hacks since 2018. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can read that. There we go. So maximum resistance against temperature, dust, water. That's great. Resistance against X-rays, electromagnetic pulses, electrostatic discharge. So if you're wondering, I'm going through an X-ray in the airport, is this gonna deactivate? Looks like, from my understanding, that no, things will still work as normal. But then again, if you've got 3 cards, probably don't bring all 3 of them added, the whole point is to make sure that if you lose one, you've got the other ones in a different place that you can get access to them. Let's see. No points of vulnerability or elements, prone to failure, counterfeit, so the app verifies the authenticity of both the chip and the firmware, which is great. And like I was saying earlier, the activation, the private key doesn't come until you get the card, and then second, you activate that card, tie it to your device, and then you can connect the rest of your cards, so it all acts as one. No need to charge, which this is in comparison. If you do have a hardware wallet that is like a USB, do I even have, oh yeah, I have mine right here. Okay, so you guys can see if you're unfamiliar. So I have a ledger. Okay, so this is an actual device, and I need to make sure it's plugged into my computer. It's got buttons and stuff, honestly, and they have an app too. I don't know if all of the other hardware wallets do. It's a little bit more complex. Some people like that. You can, fully keep everything offline, but I just like Tangem, and the uniqueness of these cards and everything has been great. I don't have to fiddle around with a device and clicking buttons all the time. So they have had 2 independent audits, so that's pretty cool. You guys can look at all of this. Like I was saying earlier, it's also open source, so if anything were to happen to the app, if Google Play or the Apple Store were to remove this, the code is all online, okay? And you can use that to your advantage. If anything were to happen, they've got a guarantee for 25 plus years. When used correctly, your Tangem wallet will remain safe for at least 25 years. So this, in the end, guys, is like anything else. If you want to make sure things are safe, then protect your wallet. So even with this wallet, I can connect it to decentralized apps, but I just don't want to expose my account at all. And even if all the transactions are going to be protected through this, like it'll need this card here to go through, I just don't want to expose it. So I use Tangem to just store my bigger funds. If I'm not touching something, it's going in my Tangem wallet. If I'm playing around in the crypto space or need to do transactions and other things that might need a wallet connected, then I'll use MetaMask, for example. I used to use Exodus a lot, but their swap fees are really, really high. And I don't know, I have a friend who had issues with them. I don't know, kind of just moved away. So that's about it. You guys can go on here. Oh, the pricing here is at the bottom. They have a whole FAQ. Maybe we'll read through some of these. So the hardware crypto wallet, maybe you're wondering, do I need this if I just have MetaMask? And there's more security, okay? It's enhanced security when you're using something like MetaMask that's always connected to your device versus a hardware crypto wallet that has, the private keys are stored offline, less vulnerable, all of that stuff. And if we're talking about the difference from others, this is kind of like I was saying, the simplicity with this and the security, they back up what they say here. I honestly, one of my favorite things is just how simple it is. And I just really like the uniqueness of the cards. I think this is the only hardware wallet that does this, that has a card like this that I can put into my wallet that has my debit and credit cards. And if I'm out and about and I need to make a transaction, I can do that with this card. Now, let me see what I was going to. Yeah, you can fit it with if you got a wallet or something. So EAL6 Plus certified chip is as secure as a biometric passport. That's pretty cool. Let's see, 2 and 3 card set. Yeah, if you guys are wondering, should I get 2? Should I get 3? It's like what, a $10 difference. What was the price again? $15 difference. I mean, it's more along the lines of, and they say it here, if one card is lost or stolen, you can use the other card to access your wallet. I don't want one less chance of not getting access to my account. So that's why I got 3. I've got 3 cards that I can utilize instead of 2. But you guys, they give you the option. So I personally went with 3. I'll pay the extra $15, which I think I paid full price too. So you guys getting a little bit of a discount is great that they're doing that. The servers, infrastructure, let's see, everything is autonomous. Neither Tangem servers nor services are participating or have access to your crypto activities. So like I was saying about this being decentralized, this isn't like you going through Coinbase and having a Coinbase wallet, and Coinbase is centralized. There are lots of other centralized exchanges where they are, in all honesty, in full control. But the decentralized portion where, no, they don't have access to all of that stuff. The only one that has access to the private keys are the holders of the card here, that physical card. And again, the Tangem app's available on GitHub if anything were to happen. Here's a good one. If a Tangem wallet card is stolen, can a third party gain access to the wallet? No, an access code protects the wallet against unauthorized access by third parties and brute force attacks. So this is what I was saying is, even if somebody got access to one of my cards, and because you can import it onto different devices, right? So let's see. Oh, they talk about it in here. Like if I lose my phone, do I now lose my crypto wallet? No, your account is this. Okay, this is what holds your account credentials essentially. But if somebody were to get access to my account credentials, they also need my access code or my biometric that I have set up. So that's another good thing. And then this one, can I use a seed phrase in the wallet? So like I was saying, when you get these cards, when you receive it physically, you can activate it. It then generates that private key and then keeps it on. Sorry, my camera's wigging out. I think it's because I'm going in and out of focus here with showing the card. But the card generates that private key, keeps it on the card. But you can also, like it shows here, what does it say? So you can also generate a seed phrase with the Tangem app and then import it to the card, or you can import your seed phrase from another wallet. So just keep in mind that unlike the keys the card generates, seed phrases can be copied and stolen. All right, scrolling down here a little bit more, if you guys want to do some comparison with Tangem and other hardware wallets, I don't know how much bias is in these comparisons, but for those who do have other hardware wallets, you can take a peek and see if this is something that you would like to move to. I'm not going to go over all of this. I mean, yeah, is this the size of the card? Is this like real? Oh no, I mean the size of, actually, let me see. If I zoom out to normal, is this yeah, that's about the size of the card here. So a real life, I mean, it's like the size of a debit card, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, one last thing is, I think I mentioned this, so the features, it behaves like any other decentralized wallet. Okay, so you can swap, what I was going to say is purchasing crypto is an option, a feature through this wallet. Okay, and I think currently they're using Mercury, so you would create an account with Mercury and then you can buy some crypto. I haven't had any success with it myself because I needed to go onto Mercury and verify my account, but I tried a bunch of other cards previously, and support told me that I need to first verify my account with them and then use a different card that hasn't been denied, but I've used all of my cards. So I don't know, I'll have to fiddle around with that a little bit more, but you can purchase crypto directly through these guys as well. So you can, again, buy, sell, swap, actually purchase, if you want to send things to and fro. It works like everything else. So hopefully that was informational for you guys. check out Tangem. I've personally really enjoyed it, and this is on my personal opinion. I like the simplicity of it and the security. I've been using it for several months now, and thought to share this with you to kind of foreshadow some other things I'll be introducing to you guys as well. And having a wallet like this that is as simple as this is going to be beneficial to you. So with that, thank you, and I'll catch you later.